So before the Xbox One came out, they said that Microsoft reportedly spent $100 million on research and development for the Xbox One controller. And the question I have is, why didn't it come out looking like this the first go around? I would have loved to have this packaged in, but this is the Xbox Elite wireless controller. It's probably one of my favorite items shown at E3 this year by Microsoft. It features steel components on both the outside and the inside of the controller, which makes it heavier, and they claim it's also built for durability, so that it's going to be the last controller that you need to buy. It's got a rubberized diamond grip. The D-pad can be swapped out for a scoop, which will come in handy, of course, for fighting games. The analog sticks can be swapped out easily. They're magnetic, and everybody that I was reading the reviews for said that they popped off really easy, like if you wanted to swap them out, but while you're playing, they felt really secure. They also include sticks with adjustable heights, so of course taller ones would give you more precision, say if you were sniping, or they even have different textures on them, and like one of them said that they look like an old style PlayStation controller if you wanted to. So they've got a switch on the back that you can turn on instantly that enables hair lock triggers, which means that you can go between full trigger or half. So say that you're playing a game and you're playing a shooter where you have to pull down the trigger each time you want to fire off a pistol round or a rifle round. And so if you turn on hair locks, that means that you've only got to pull down the trigger half that distance. So it's going to go down and going to bounce back up because there is a resistance there. And so that means you're going to be able to fire off more shots faster than somebody who's having to pull down the trigger each time and go all the way down. It's also got 4 slots on the back where you can add paddles. So this would come in handy for games where you have to take your thumb off one of the sticks to, say, jump or to reload or whatever else. And so there's always a split second where you don't have full control of where you're looking on your controller if you're having to move your thumb from the thumbstick up to touch one of the buttons. So you can actually customize and remap one of your buttons to these paddles so that you've never got to take your hands off the thumbstick. And it also comes with software that allows you to remap any of the buttons on the controller, which of course is something that I have been wanting for a long time. I just haven't wanted to invest in you know, one of those scuff controllers or something. But they also say that you can use the software to even adjust the sensitivities of the thumbsticks and the triggers themselves, and you can create controller profiles for each and every game. And the controller features an option that you can just switch between 2 different profiles on the fly. So say for instance you wanted to have one profile while you're driving the Warthog in Halo, then once you get on the ground and you're running and gunning, you can switch over and use the other profile for that. But as much as I would love to have this controller, as much as I think these are freaking awesome features, the biggest problem with this is the price. And you know that I don't like to pay a whole lot for much of anything. And this controller is going to set you back $150, which I guess if you can compare it to those scuff controllers, it may be somewhat reasonable. But the reason I never invested in one of those is because I thought they were too expensive. And I mean, the Xbox One itself costs $350, so you're talking almost half the price of the console just for this controller. And you could, you know, buy 2 regular controllers and still have money left over. Now, the one plus side about this, and one of the reasons why I am more likely to invest in this, of course, is because it's also going to be PC, you know, enabled. So you'll be able to use this with Windows 10 once that releases, if you get that wireless adapter for that. So I would be using it for the Xbox One and the PC, and I definitely want to get this, but I cannot see myself picking it up on day one. I just cannot see paying $150 for it. So hopefully by the time Christmas rolls around, you know, somebody hopefully will have a Black Friday sale or something. I would probably be willing to pay $99 for it, since the controllers I think cost $60 right now. So, you know, I think that's worth it to get the steel components, to have the durability there, and to have, you know, all the customizations and abilities that this is going to bring. But I cannot see myself paying $150 for this. So post below, do you plan on picking up one of these Elite controllers, and what would be the price that you would be willing to pay? Or is this an accessory that doesn't interest you at all? That does it for me, the Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.